welcome to Bushel Prairie City High School BWP baseball here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And the first pitch of the season by Carter Allman is a swing and a miss, strike one. Cade Brooks at bat for the South Fulton Rebels. Chris Rankhauser, Dwayne Hewlett here at BPC High School on this off and on rainy Saturday afternoon. Swing and a miss on pitch number 2. And a good start for Carter Allman, 0-2 on the opening batter of the season.
They started a couple minutes early on us. We were trying to do a few last-minute things, and they started a little early, so we apologize.
And the pitch outside and low. 1-2 count on McCade Brooks. Where's number 8 for the South Fulton Rebels? Pitcher this afternoon, or this morning, I should say.
It'll be this afternoon by the time we're done.
Yes, sir. So the 1-2 pitch by Allman. Nice little breaking ball. Called strike 3. Allman with the K. 1 out for South Fulton here in the top of the first. Just underway here at game 1 of the morning and afternoon. Doubleheader action this here at BPC High School. Brings up the second batter of the game for South Fulton, Lance Brooks, number 7, catcher. Allman's off-speed pitch, a little high and outside. 1-0. We'll get you around the BWP defense here in just a moment. Swinging a line drive, and it will drop foul down the right field line by McCade Boggs. BWP defense, Ezra Mason in center, Dalton Huppman in left, and Elijah Danner in right. Infield, Jake Brown at short, Ben Powell at third, Elliot Mason at second, Dalton Horwoodle at first, catcher Dalton Strode, and on the mound, the sophomore number 6, Carter Allman.
Trying to get the outs to work here on the – maybe they are working and I can't see. Yeah, they were working. I apologize, folks.
Pitch a little low and inside by Allman.
2-2's the count, right?
2 balls, 1 strike. Umpire signals. The 2-1 pitch by Allman. On the outside corner, strike 2. Nice little off-speed look to that one from Allman. Squares the count at 2-2. Winding the pitch inside, sets the count full, 3-2.
First full count of the season. 10 players for BWP today. Actually, it would be essentially BPC because unfortunately for the West Prairie kids, they're all still quarantined.
Full count pitch is high and a little high, and that'll be a walk for Lance Boggs. Trying to keep track of this technology here with this scorebook. That brings up Creedon Abernathy, number 32, left-hand hitter.
Are you going to go in and change that now?
Try swinging a foul ball right back at us here.
That was a ball that nearly hit him that he swung at. He might have been able to take one in the chops if he hadn't hit that ball.
I might have you go ahead and do that if you don't mind, because I
don't. I'll tell you what. Don't even worry about whether they're left-handed or not.
Well, I'm not even at the outs. I'm more worried about the outs and the plays there on the iPad. Squares the count at 1-1. Pitch high and outside.
I don't know if I can do both.
I'm not sure. I know I can't.
I didn't have a chance to look at this very closely, so I don't know what we're.
Allman out of the stretch. Runner on at first for South Fulton. This pitch high and outside again. 2 balls, 1 strike. Count to Creed Abernathy, the left fielder today for the South Fulton Rebels. Allman looks at first. The wind and the pitch again outside. 3-1 count. Cade Brooks with a called strike 3 for the first out of the inning, and I walk to the number 2 hitter, Lance Boggs. A 3-1 count now to the third place hitter, Creedon Abernathy. And this pitch is high and outside, ball 4. So 2 on and 1 out for the cleanup hitter, number 44, Easton Mercer, third baseman for the Rebels. No score, just underway here, top of the first. Allman looks to second. Winds and fires this pitch high and a little bit outside.
Who's batting?
This would be Easton Mercer, the cleanup hitter, number 44.
McCade Brooks was the first hitter, wasn't he?
Right. He struck out and then walks to both Boggs and Abernathy.
Well, this is already screwed up, so we're done with that for the day. I didn't know you were still on the first batter. I was working like it was the third batter. I didn't pay attention.
That's all right. We can rough this, right?
Well, I can keep it on the scoreboard on the TV anyway, but we're on the
2-0 count to Mercer. And this one high and outside. 3-0.
7 straight balls for Alleman.
2 on, 1 out. Boggs the runner at second, Abernathy at first. 3-0 pitch from Carter Alleman. Catches the outside corner. 3-1. Getting just underway, top of the first, no score. Alleman out of the stretch. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss by Mercer. Runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Alleman battling back here. This is a big pitch for the Sparklins.
The 3-2 pitch by Alleman. A little high and outside, and that'll load the bases for the shortstop for South Fulton, number 5 hitter, Jet Woods, number 1.
I don't know if that was very much outside or not.
Just a little high. It looked pretty good. Maybe just a touch outside. Is catcher Dalton Strode going to go out and talk to his pitcher? Had a quick discussion. Strode back to heading back behind the plate. So that is a bases loaded situation, big situation for BWP here in this top. Bases loaded, 1 out. Alleman winds and fires. A little high on Jet Woods, 1-0. Alleman out of the windup. And the pitch, this is a swing and a miss. Took a little bit of something off of that one, it looked like, so that'll score the count at 1-1.
Yeah, and he was way out ahead of that with the swing, too. It was a great off-speed pitch.
Carter Alleman with the wind and the pitch again. This is a swing and a miss by Woods, strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strike count. Bases loaded for the Rebels. 1 out here in the top of the first. Alleman winds and fires this one a low pitch, and a good job by Strode on the block to keep that one from getting to the backstop.
Yeah, he got down, blocked the ball very well. That's what I think we're going to see a lot from these young players from BWP. They've played a lot of baseball. They understand the fundamentals of the game, and Strode did a great job there getting down in front of the ball and blocking it and keeping it in front of it.
Pitched by Alleman a little high. Full count pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded. Nowhere to put them for BWP. Sophomore sets the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. A big strikeout there for the sophomore Carter Alleman for BWP, and that'll be 2 outs and bring up number 12, Gavin Height, the center fielder for South Fulton.
If I saw right, Gavin Height ran for 214 yards for South Fulton's football team last night. His aunt, Brandy Worley, posted that. That's a pretty good night on the field.
That's a pretty good 2 games on the field for most people. First pitch to Height is inside, ball 1, 1-0 on, and a second pitch by Alleman inside, again, 2-0.
That's a good career for some people.
Yes, it is. Sophomore set, bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the first. Allman winds and fires. This one's fouled off to the first base side. 2 ball, 1 count, 1 strike count on the 6th place hitter, Gavin Height.
The players that aren't playing are the ones that have to go get the foul balls, and then BWP only has one of those.
Nice pitch by Allman right down the middle. Again, looked like he took a little bit of something off of that, and that squares the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Had a little inside-out movement, or outside-in movement, actually, and came right across the plate.
2-2 pitch. Fouled off again to the right side. And, well, Nate Kramer going after one. Now he's got a second one to go pick up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Bases loaded, top of the first for South Fulton.
That was a defensive swing. Last second, deciding it might have been a strike and took a swing at it.
Allman winds and fires, and a pop-up. Strode under it and catches it, and a nice job. And, top of the first inning, Dwayne, that might be a big swing in this contest to get out of this with bases loaded jam and not getting any runs across for the Rebels.
Yeah, anytime you can get a bases loaded with 1 out and not give up anything, you're having a good way to start this game. Maybe Allman can settle back down. He did with the last 2 batters. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right after this.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance
in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Some farmers I know swear by a name, say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. Sparklones baseball. South Fulton here today for a wet and soggy 2021 season opener for the Sparklones. And I think it's got out of their first jam of the year.
Pretty good, impressive, bear down and got after it by Carter Allman for BWP. And let's see if that, I said early in the contest, that's going to be some kind of maybe momentum swing. I know there's a lot of baseball to play, but getting out of a bases-loaded jam in your first game of the year and nobody coming across the plate, that's a huge hole to dig out of.
Let's point out, that's not the first game of the year. It's the first game of his high school career.
Yes.
Because he's a sophomore. He's never even pitched at high school level before. May 13th, 2019 was the last time BWP played a baseball game. That was a loss to Rock Ridge in the regional competition. Tell you what, that's a long time, 713 days or something like that.
Well, you look down this lineup for BWP, there's not many on this starting
He's got 1 senior and 2 juniors.
Well, and you even look at the starting lineup. It's a lot of sophomores, as you said.
And never played high school
never played high school baseball before.
Yeah, kind of crazy when you look at it from that perspective. There's a lot of that going on right now, though, unfortunately. It's just the way things are.
Kate Brooks on the hill for South Fulton. Where's number 8? First batter for BWP will be the center fielder, number 7, Ezra Mason. Of course, BWP coached by Dave Arnold, Steve Martin, and Grant Bland. Stat keeper is Kobe Martin. Brooks out of the line. His first pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. Again, Mason wearing number 7 center fielder for BWP. Second pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2. No ball, 2 strike count to the leadoff hitter for BWP, Ezra Mason. Wind up on that pitch. Low and inside. Got away from the catcher. Lance Boggs goes to the backstop. Dalton Strode going to pick that one up from the on-deck spot. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brooks' pitch. Swing and a line drive. Base hit by Ezra Mason into right center field. He'll make the turn and head back to first base. And our first base hit of the season goes to Ezra Mason.
Yeah, good job getting around on that, sending it to right between the second baseman and the center fielder, essentially. Got by the pitcher, and that's about all you can ask for, right?
Yeah, a nice single into right center for Mason. Brings up the number 2 hitter, Dalton Strode, the catcher today, number 16, also a sophomore. Brooks winds, and this pitch low and outside. Ball 1, 1-0 on Strode. Mason at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. This pitch way outside by Brooks, 2-0. Again, Ezra Mason at first. Dalton Strode up for BWP, the number 2 hitter in the lineup for Coach Arnold today. Brooks out of the wind. The pitch low and outside again. 3-0 count on the number 2 hitter, Dalton Strode for BWP. Brooks out of the set. Pitch on the way, and it's way outside into the backstop. Ball 4. And that'll put Strode down at first on the walk. Ezra Mason moves up to second. And that brings up number 3 hitter, number 23, the first baseman, Dalton Horwittle.
The first Sparkloan that we've said the name of today that's actually played in a high school game before, a varsity game. He's the only player on this roster today that's played in a varsity baseball game.
Wow.
How crazy is that to say?
That's crazy. Bottom of the first here. 2 on, nobody out for BWP. Brooks out of the stretch. Wind up, and the pitch is high. Good eye by Horwittle. Ball 1. Mason, Ezra Mason at second. Dalton Strode at first. Again, 2 on, nobody out. Top of the first inning, no score. Brooks winds and fires. This one's popped into center field. Center fielder height under it, and tagging up on the play at second is Mason, and he'll advance as Strode will hold at first. So 1 out, runners at first and third for BWP. And that brings up your cleanup hitter, the pitcher number 6, Carter Allman, right-hand hitter. So BWP a chance to get a runner run home here, and just 90 feet away at third base. And Strode already just stole second. And this pitch is back to the backstop, and Mason's going to race for home. And he'll score standing up. 1-0 BWP as Strode almost to second base on that play before Brooks was able to deliver the pitch.
Yeah, well, he was. He took it unchallenged. They were going to give that base up because they didn't want to give up the run at home. And then, the problem with that, you try to ignore that, but as a pitcher, it's really hard to ignore that runner is advancing, right? So it's difficult to do that, and that's exactly what you saw there happen as the ball just got away on the pitch because you're not supposed to let runners run.
Right.
And Strode, that was the play that Coach Arnold called that play. He called that play to get it running, and you try to get, a lot of times you'll see him fake that throw. Another one in the dirt, but you'll see that throw be faked a lot of times because they'll try to get that runner from third base to commit. They didn't even acknowledge the runner running from first to second.
3-0 count on Carter Allman as Brooks winds and fires, and this one outside and low. Ball 4. That puts runners at first and third. Still 1 out, top of the first. Again, 1-0 BWP on top. Brooks' 2-0 pitch is high and outside, 3-0. Brooks sits. Fires this one right down the middle. Strike one. Huffman taking on the 3-0 count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Getting 1-0 BWP on top here at bottom of the first. Brooks winds and fires. This one goes to the backstop. Ball 4. Huffman will take third, and Strode's going to cross the plate standing up as well. 2-0 lead now for BWP. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 27, the 6th place hitter, Jake Brown. As we're going to get a conference on the mound here with BWP on top 2-0 here, top of the first, 1 out.
Difference here for BWP is they took advantage of some walks. They got that one hit, and that one hit to start the game was really the thing that kind of propelled them, I think. You know, Allman was able to get that first out. When you get that first out, you kind of settle in. Even though he walked 3 players after that, he already had that out. He knew he could find a strike zone. They give up a hit. Their only out has been a fly out to center field, which wasn't the most routine catch in center field either. And they've had a lot of struggles finding the plate since then.
So 2-0 lead for BWP. As we've got this a moment, we can tell you about some of our great sponsors here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And one of them, of course, is MDH. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center's best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best in 2017, 2018, 2019, and again in 2020. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Chris Rankhauser, Dwayne Hewlett here at Bushnell Prairie City High School. The opening contest for BWP baseball on the season. 2-0 lead here in the top of the first. Sparklones and the Rebels of South Fulton. And that again, Jake Brown at bat. You got Dalton Huffman at first. And he's off and running. No throw, contested throw. So Huffman will take second base.
That was turn myself off. That was the opposite. That was a delayed attempt to draw some attention, and it didn't work either.
And Brown's going to foul one off to the right side.
There's one car down there, and he tried to get it, didn't he?
Well, there's a couple down there. And when I got here, I parked way out. I parked next to you to start, and I'm like, no, I think I'm going to park a little further away.
I don't normally park there, but I had to unload equipment, and I was like,
This pitch is low and outside by Brooks. Again, 2 on. Runners at second and third for BWP. Jake Brown, the batter. This one swung on, line drive, base hit to right field. That should score 2. As Allman scores, and so does Huffman. 2 RBI single for Jake Brown. Makes the lead 4-0 for BWP. Brings up the 7th batter of the inning, and the 7th batter in the lineup for BWP, number 8, third baseman Ben Powell. Brown the runner again at first. Brooks out of the stretch. Throw over to first and gets by the first baseman over there, Drake Heller. And Brown's going to go down to second on the errant pickoff attempt.
That's the first pickoff attempt we've seen from either team today, too. We've had a lot of base runners, but as the first attempt to throw to pickoff. But that wasn't a bad throw. That was more of a lack in catching on the first baseman than it was a bad throw.
Brown the runner at second. Pitched by Brooks. Strike right down the middle. No ball, 1 strike count. This pitch swung on and missed. No ball, 2 strike count. Again, 1 out here in the bottom of the first for BWP. 4-0 Sparklands. Brown the runner at second. This pitch is low and in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher, Lance Boggs, keeping that one from going to the backstop.
Not the fundamentally sound stop that we saw Dalton Strode make, but he did get the stop nonetheless.
And a swing and a miss on a little off-speed pitch out the outside corner of the plate. 2 outs now for BWP. Brings up the right fielder, number 15, Elijah Danner. Danner, a left-hand batter. Jake Brown, your runner at second. Dancing around. This pitch from Brooks is high outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
That looked like it was supposed to be a breaking ball that didn't break.
Yeah, it looked like it just stayed pretty flat and up high out of the strike zone. Brooks out of the stretch. Another pitch outside and high. Ball 2, 2-0 on Elijah Danner, the 8th place hitter in the BWP lineup.
Danner is the only senior, I believe, that's available to play right now.
This pitch is on the outside corner. Strike 1, 2 balls and 1 strike.
That was a pretty generous plate offering there.
Well, from our vantage point, maybe a little on the low side.
A little on the outside side, too.
2 balls, 1 strike. This pitch on the catch the inside corner. Scores the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
That's my kind of strike zone. If you call that both ways, it's pretty much batter's box to batter's box. We'll take that on a day like today.
Out of the stretch, Brooks sets, winds and fires. This one a little high and inside. Runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jake Brown, the runner at second, going to get a running start here with this full count. BWP already on top, 4-0 here in the bottom of the first. And that one outside and low, ball 4. So the 9th man to bat, and the 9th man in the lineup is the second baseman, number 4, Elliott Mason. Danner at first, Brown at second, 2 outs. Brooke winds and fires this one a little low and outside. 1 ball, no strike count. Second one on the way, high and outside, 2-0. Brooks out of this wind and stretch, and this one swung on and lined down the left field line. It'll drop down. That's going to score at least 1. It will score Brown from second as carousel continues. Danner goes to second. 5-0 lead for BWP. And an RBI for Elliott Mason.
Yeah, nice hit right down the left field line. I think that Coach Arnold would have liked Danner to be on third right now.
Mm-hmm.
He was waving, and Danner took it upon himself to stop at second base. But I guess when you've got this kind of a rally going, even though there's 2 outs, you don't want to make that last out, that third out at third base. So.
That brings up the leadoff hitter again, Ezra Mason, number 7, center fielder for BWP. His pitch to Mason from Brooks is outside and high, 1-0.
Led off with a single.
Mm-hmm.
One of only the 2 Mason boys have the bookends of the lineup have the 2 hits.
Brown with the third. And that pitch is low and outside, 2-0. Cade Brooks, number 8, on the mound for South Fulton. This pitch is low. 3-0, runs the count. 2 on, 2 outs, 5-0 lead for BWP. Whew.
Like I said, batter's box to batter's box.
3-1.
When the catcher has to put his hand out to the left side of him to catch the ball, it's a pretty wide strike.
Just ask for consistency in this one. Catches the outside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on.
Now you're going to see everybody running because you've got force plays behind everybody with a full count and 2 outs. They'll be running on the pitch. They should be.
And ball 4.
And Danner was not.
No, he was not. And that'll load the bases.
he'll have a little bit of a talking to when
he gets to third.
Coach Arnold gets to him at third base right there.
That's going to bring up the number 2 hitter in the lineup, the catcher number 16, Dalton Strode. Nowhere to put Strode. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the first. 5-0 lead for BWP. Brooks winds and fires this pitch high and outside.
3 hits so far, 5 runs. 11th batter of the inning.
2-0 the count. Brooks winds and fires. 3-0. Pitch high. Danner at third. Mason at second and Mason at first. And a bases loaded 4-pitch walk to Strode. Forces home Brown. That'll make it 6-0 BWP here in the bottom of the first. And we're going to get a conference on the mound, and that gives us time to tell you about Community News Brief. The Community News Brief is a free publication distributed to over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, and Adair, and more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To submit a press release or get advertising information for the locally owned publication, contact Lynn at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com.
I didn't keep a pitch count. I would kind of wish I would have at this point. I got the pitches on there, but I didn't realize that it didn't keep the pitch count on its own. I apologize for that, folks. But
Dalton Hortwhittle at bat, and this pitch high as Brooks lost his cap on the delivery.
I'll keep him on the next pitcher, but I bet we've got to be at 60 pitches in this inning, don't we?
And a lot of batters is now we're that pitch a little inside. This is the 12th batter here on the bottom of the first for BWP.
And there's been at least 4 of them go to 5 pitches.
Pitch high and outside, 2-0. 3-0 now. I missed a pitch in there. 6-0 lead for BWP. Bottom of the first, bases loaded, 3-0 pitch. Catches the outside corner. 3-1.
Yep, that's been a strike the whole inning. Maybe a wide strike zone, but it's been there all inning long.
Just have it consistent. Brooks winds and fires, and this pitch is way outside. Ball 4. As BWP going to tack on one more as Elliott Mason crosses the plate.
And we're going to have a
7-0 lead for BWP here in the bottom of the first.
We'll take a break on the pitching change, and we'll be back right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop. Because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
And back here at Bushnell Prairie City High Schools, we do have a pitching change. Number 1, Jet Woods. Sophomore going to come in and pitch and just get a position flop, but I believe Brooks will go to short. 7-0 lead for BWP here in the bottom of the first. Bases loaded.
We are 36 minutes into this inning.
And like you said, we were at 10 o'clock start and started a couple minutes early.
Started 5 minutes early. Yeah, we started at 9:55, It's 10:31 right now.
So that brings up the cleanup hitter, Carter Allman, I should say, number 6. First pitch by Woods is on the outside corner, strike 1.
A little low and outside, gets the call.
0-1 pitch is fouled off, strike 2. Fouled off towards the BWP dugout.
Bases loaded here.
No balls, 2 strikes. 7-0 lead for BWP. Allman fouls, pops this one up, and I believe it's going to get out of play to the right side. Keeps the count at no balls and 2 strikes. Jet Woods on the mound now for South Fulton. Out of the wide pitch. Line drive, base hit down the left field line. That's going to score 2. As that's going to end up turning into a double for Carter Allman. And the scoreboard kind of went haywire. It said 50-something, and now it's 9-0 lead for BWP here in the bottom of the first. Dalton Huffman up for his second at bat, the 5th place hitter, number 28. Left fielder. Woods' first pitch to him, low, and makes the count 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, 2 on for BWP here in the bottom of the first. Woods out of the stretch, winds and fires, a swing and a miss by Huffman. Orwell, your runner at third. Allman, your runner at second. This one low and in the dirt and doesn't get very far behind the catcher. Boggs had a little trouble finding the ball, but didn't get far enough away for Orwell to try and score.
As it turned out, he couldn't find it. He might have been able to score, but it was way too close to take that chance. Good decision to stay at third.
Woods out of the stretch. Pop up, right side. And foul ball is the first baseman over there, number 34, Drake Heller. Ball hitting just short of the fence.
Yeah, it's not your field. You're not used to stuff. Heller was over there trying to get to it. He was easing his way to the fence. He knew it was close. Just didn't know how much room he had. You might have heard somebody yell, "You got room," but it's a lot easier said than done.
The pitch lined up and almost. I'm not so sure that it did hit Woods, and that's going to score 2. Orwell crosses the plate. Here comes Allman, and that's going to make it 11-0 lead for BWP here in the bottom of the first. And Dwayne, I at first wasn't sure, but I think that ball did catch Woods coming right back up the middle.
Yeah, it definitely did. He almost got out of the way. He kind of fades off to the left when he pitches, and that ball was actually at our right, his right side of the pitcher's mound, and it's where it got him.
Bring up number 27, Jake Brown, already a base hit in this inning. Woods fires this pitch high and outside. Brown wanted to pull the trigger on that one. Held up. So 1 ball, no strike count. Dalton Huffman with a RBI single to tack on 2 more runs for BWP. Woods out of the line, the stretch, and the pitch low and into the dirt, 2-0. Two-0 count on Jake Brown, shortstop for BWP. This pitch has caught the catcher and the umpire, I think, both. And Boggs not able to find it, and advancing to second on the play will be Dalton Huffman.
I would imagine you're going to see BWP stop taking those bases. I know it's really early in this game, but when you're up 11-0, you'll see or hear Coach Arnold at some point tell them to stop.
Woods Brown with a pop up, nice catch by the catcher. Lands Boggs over by the BWP dugout. That'll end the bottom of the first, but a big first inning for BWP on top 11-0 as we head to inning number 2.
11 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 1 left. And at the end of 1, it's 11-0 BWP over South Fulton.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
Welcome back to Bushman Prairie City High School. 11-0's the score. BWP over South Fulton after 1. That's about as long of a first inning as you're going to see.
Dwayne, I was going to thought of something during the break there. You know, you helped Coach Arnold coach baseball in the past. Do you worry about your pitcher on a damp, kind of chillier day like this, having that much downtime between innings and causing some problems?
Yeah, I mean, you do, but there's, with only 10 or 11 players, there's not a whole lot you can do about it today. But I'm sure that he had his jacket on when he was sitting over there trying to stay warm, trying to keep things as warm as possible in I don't know what turns out, I guess, a lack of a better term, a bad situation. I mean, you're good. You always want to score a bunch of runs, of course, but there's that fine line of how much time can you take off, how much time do you want your pitcher to sit there being cold. These warm-up pitches are important for Alleman. Now the key is Alleman has all that. He battled through a bases-loaded, one-out situation in the first inning himself. Now he's got a big cushion. What can he do with that now from moving forward?
And that will bring up the 7th place hitter to start the top of the second for the Rebels, number 34, Drake Heller, first baseman. First pitch to the top of the second by Carter Alleman. Yeah, looked pretty good from here. Called a ball.
A little low, I think.
1 ball, no strikes.
At least that's what they're thinking anyway, I think.
Alleman winds and fires the inside pitch, and a swing and a miss by Heller. Talked about that in the first inning, a little defensive swing at time by one of the Rebel players. That one looked a little defensive. That ball ran in on Heller a little bit.
Yeah, that's I'll tell you what, that's one of the things that you...
And, well, the pine tree behind us caught it and then dropped it on the foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Alleman working out of the stretch. Winds and fires in this one low and outside. Nice stop by Strode. 2 balls, 2 strikes, top of the second, 11-0 lead for BWP.
I just took the pitch count off, folks. I'm not paying attention enough to keep up with it. Whoa, heads up.
And the
bat went clear out into the
over
fans.
The dugout.
You gotta bring.
I think he was using one of the wooden bats. Sure looks like it.
Yeah. Yep, a wooden bat, and it went flying farther than any ball has they've hit so far today.
That'll bring up the 8th place hitter, second baseman, number 5, Easton Sullivan. 1 out here in the top of the second. He'll wind and fire a little high on the pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Sullivan fouls off the 1-0 pitch. We'll score the count at 1-1.
Almost looks like Alleman has taken a little bit off some of these pitches to throw strikes, making sure he gets the ball across the plate. That's part of a little bit of nerves probably, and a little bit of first game, you know. I say first game, I don't mean first game high school. I mean just first game of the year, and you haven't been on a mound a whole lot this year probably.
Right, 2 balls and 1 strike on Sullivan, the 8th place hitter. This one a little defensive late swing, and it's going to just get out of play. You know, if I was Nate Kramer, maybe I'd just stay away from the dugout and just stand back over here.
Nate, you want to come in here with us? Just tell Coach Arnold you're going to stay over here with us.
2 balls and 2 strikes here in the top of the second. Easton Sullivan, second baseman number 5, as Almelman winds and fires a check swing. And they're going to say no. Full count to the 8th place hitter.
That's pretty generous.
11-0 the score. BWP on top here on top of the second. Ullman winds and fires, and this one catches the outside corner, dropped by Strode. He'll fire it down to first to Dalton Horwittle for the out. 2 outs here, top of the second. And that'll bring up the right fielder, number 25, Eli Rogers.
This is one of those games, folks, right now that, you know, sounds horrible, but you'd be okay with 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down. Just get through it. Not a lot of pitches, put some balls in play. Get to the next game, get your win, and save your pitching and save your hitting for the next game.
2 outs here, top of the second. Nice pitch on the outside corner by Carter Allman. Runs the count to no balls, 1 strikes, 2 outs here, top of the second. 11-0 lead for BWP. Allman winds and fires. This one going to be fouled off to the right side. That one's going to go into the across the ditch into the parking lot.
Yeah, that was a low line drive foul ball.
As Nate's going to get his exercise in and then some today.
Nate will be the happiest guy in the ballpark with extra players.
Oh, and a nice swing off-speed pitch by Carter Allman. And that'll be 3 up and 3 down for South Fulton here in the top of the second. BWP coming back up to bat, up 11-0 here at BWPC High School on this Saturday morning. We're brought to you by Tri-County Seeds, your local Golden Harvest seed advisor located in Scioto, rooted in genetics, agronomy, and service for over 10 years. Contact Nate Todd at 309-333-3437 for all your Golden Harvest corn, soybean, and seed treatment needs. Also brought to you by here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH by the Bushnell Banking Center. Bushnell Banking Center, a branch of the Raritan State Bank, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all your banking needs. Come visit the bank on friendly service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck sparklings. Bushnell Banking Center is an equal housing lender and member FDIC. $11-0 lead for BWP here as we head to the bottom of the second. Have the bottom 3 in the BWP lineup: Ben Powell, Elijah Danner, and Elliot Mason.
Making a few changes to the scoreboard while Chris is talking here, so if I'm quiet, just consider yourself lucky, I guess, right?
Brought to you also by McDonough Telephone Cooperative. This BWP game stream is made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. McDonough Telephone offers lightning-fast and reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems to the McDonough County area. Give them a call at 309-776-3211 to check your availability. Jet Woods back to the mound for South Fulton. Is Ben Powell, the third baseman, number 8, 7th place hitter in the BWP lineup. First pitch swung on and popped up. Right side, second baseman Sullivan over and makes the catch. 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Brings up the right fielder, number 15, Elijah Danner.
They took my mention of getting in and out literally, didn't they? 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yes, they did, as the 8th place hitter, Danner, swings and a miss on a nice pitch on the outside corner by Woods. No balls, 1 strike. Woods quickly winds and fires again. And this one, a little sink action on that one. It looked a little high out of his hands, dropped into the strike zone. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Danner. Woods quickly to the mound, and this one inside, fisted out to the pitcher, Woods. He'll fire across to first in time. Eller with a catch at first. 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up the ninth place hitter, second baseman, number 4, Elliott Mason. That was kind of a defensive swing there by Danners. That pitch ran in on him and able to make contact, but just weakly back to the pitcher. Woods winds and fires, and this one, first pitch, swing, popped up for right side. First baseman Heller there, and a quick top or bottom of the second sends us to the third. 11-0 BWP on top.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Back here to BPC High School as we head to the top of the third inning. 11-0 lead for BWP. Quick second inning there as both teams went 3 up and 3 down. We're brought to you by Square Music Company. They offer instruments, gear, lesson service, and more located at 122 Northside Square in Macomb. Call the Macomb store at 309-431-5484. You can also visit the Quincy location at 725 North Hampshire Street, and you can also find them online at squaremusic.com. Also, M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store, will be celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the county and offers top-notch customer service, free delivery within 40 miles, and the best in-home appliance repair in the area. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see them at 481 West Main Street or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mnbfurnitureinc.com. You can also give them a call at 309-772-2111. Top of the third inning, leadoff batter back up for South Fulton, number 8, McCade Brooks. Was the starting pitcher in this contest, now at shortstop for the South Fulton Rebels.
He did not make it out of the first inning, so I'm sure he's ready to try to get his team back in this contest. Top of the third inning here.
Allman again out of the stretch to start here at the top of the third. Pitch swung on and fouled right back at us here. No ball, 1 strike count. Allman sets and delivers.
Well, he is crowding the plate. Strode set up outside last time. You might have been able to see it on the camera there as he lines up right behind home plate, and then that time he stepped way outside. This time he's going to stay more towards the center of the plate.
This pitch low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That might be the first pass ball for BWP the whole day.
I think so. Strode's done a real good job back there in this opening game. Swing and a miss by Brooks on the 2-1 pitch. That'll score the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, top of the third. No one on, nobody out. 2-2 pitch by Allman. Swing and just barely getting a piece of that would be Brooks, keeping himself alive.
Yeah, he stayed alive, and that was a oh crap, it's a strike, I better swing kind of swing right there. Got on it pretty good, but it was a late swing. At least it looked like a late swing, a late reaction to it anyway.
2 balls, 2 strikes, Allman set. Sophomore, nice little off-speed pitch flew into center field, backing up, and catch not made out there, and that's going to be a leadoff double for McCade Brooks. That one got over the center fielder Ezra Mason a little bit, and a leadoff double for the South Fulton Rebels here in the top of the third.
It's that outfield here is so deceiving. This is a huge field. I mean, this is really almost Major League Baseball size field. Some places you go are smaller, but the length of this place is so big that these when you're a freshman or a sophomore, it takes a little while to get used to this outfield, and it looked like that might have been what got Mason there.
Pitch to the number 2 hitter, the catcher, Lance Boggs, low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. BWP on top, 11-0 here, top of the third. Oh, 1-0 pitch is outside, 2-0. Runner at second is Brooks for South Fulton. Allman gives him a look, winds and fires a strike, swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike.
He is having a lot of success with off-speed pitches. Not a lot of break to him, but
just taking some speed off the pitch. 2-1 pitch by Allman, inside, 3-1.
That might have been a little high.
3 balls, 1 strike here, top of the third. Nobody out, 1 on for South Fulton. Allman, this one going to be fouled off right side.
Another full count.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second. Nobody out here for South Fulton, top of the third, 11-0. BWP on top, Allman. And a pitch that looked probably like it was ball 4 is fouled off to the right side, about up at the eyes of Boggs.
The last 2 swings by Boggs have been a better swing just in case. And that one was so late that he couldn't even get around on it. Plus it was clear up at his eyeballs.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here, top of the third. Carter Allman winds and fires an inside ball 4. That was pretty close. So now South Fulton with a little bit of our scoring chance here. 2 on, nobody out, and that'll bring up third place hitter number 32, left fielder Creedon Abernathy.
That was, we're talking about consistency. That was one of those that.
The first pitch fouled off by Abernathy.
That's one of those that the consistency looked like that should have been a strike almost, but I would imagine they'll go through a bunch of baseballs today until this grass dries out.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Just enough rain to make things a little, not really soggy, but just damp, and the mound and the dirt being a little clumpy probably.
Make your shoes wet when you walk through the grass.
Mm-hmm.
These kids will be wanting to change socks at between games. And
the 0-1 pitch by number 6, Carter Allman. Catches the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes.
I think that was actually a swing. That would have been a strike. I think he kind of half-heartedly swung at it.
2 on, nobody out here, top of the third, 11-0 lead for the Sparklins.
Oh, that
nice.
curved in.
Nice curveball by Carter Allman. And a strikeout. First out here in the top of the third. Brings up the third baseman, number 44, Easton Mercer, cleanup here for the Rebels.
That was the first really good breaking ball that had a good break on it.
Allman, first pitch to Mercer, fouled off left side. No balls and 1 strike.
Nope, you're fine right there. You can set wherever you want to, Mr. Hornbaker. BWP.
No ball, 1 strike pitch from Allman. Curveball, throw down to third, and the tag
He's
little
safe.
late.
Yep, the ball was there, but the tag wasn't. Sorry, I'm covering you up.
No, that's all right. Ben Powell with a nice stop as the throw bounced once by Strode. Now it'll mean both runners will move up, second and third.
It was a perfect throw. It was just a little right of the base, and Ben had to drop down and kind of get out of position to catch it. And
another off-speed pitch, this one outside and low.
But he had to make sure he had the ball before he tried to tag him. So he did the right thing. He made sure he had the ball. Then he tried to get over and tag him, but he just couldn't quite get there in time.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Count. This one a little high. Squares the count at 2 on, 1 out, top of the third. 11-0 lead for BWP.
That was almost a pitch out on that throw down there. That was a really wide strike.
This one inside a defensive swing as that one curved in on the hands of Mercer and ate him up. And the strikeout, the second out of the inning here in the top of the third.
A leadoff double still sits at third base, followed by a walk.
The pitcher, the number 5 hitter in the Rebel lineup, number 1, Jet Woods. 2 on, 2 out, top of the third. Scoring opportunity here for the Rebels. This one swung on and hit right back to Allman. He'll step and throw to Horrill at first, so BWP gets out of the jam there, a little bit of a jam. Leadoff double by South Fulton. It ends in no runs for the Rebels. 11-0 as we head to the bottom of the third in favor of BWP.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left at the end of 2.5. It's 11-0 BWP.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Back here at BPC High School, 11-0 lead for BWP as we head to the bottom of the third. Here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, also Heil Enterprises. Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking can take your product down the road, near or far, and also offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support local athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333. Also, Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bristol. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bristol has been servicing the local community's needs for personal and business banking, as well as home and agricultural lending and its trust department. Stop by the main branch at 44 East Main in Bristol, or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. Farmers and Merchant is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Chris Rankhauser and Dwayne Hewitt here at...
Yeah, you can give us money, but we don't have anything to give you in return for it. I know it's it's worth a shot though, but we're willing to take tips. Hey, I'll sell you this one for $1. It's brand new.
Bottom of the third, that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Ezra Mason. Pitched by Woods, swung on and missed by Ezra Mason. And won the count. Bottom of the third, again 11-0 lead for BWP. Woods sets, fires this one low and outside, squares the count at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So, not to jinx us, but we had a 30 or 40 some minute first inning, and we've had an inning and a half and 20 minutes since then, and that's a hit. Well,
this one
that's
popped straight up and not caught by the catcher Boggs, and that'll put Ezra Mason at first and bring up the catcher, number 16, Dalton Strode.
Kids at home, if you the pitcher, third baseman, needs to come in and help him on that, but you'll see a lot of times the catcher will turn around, get out and turn around and come back and look at the ball. And he tried to follow that in. That's a hard thing to do.
Woods winds and fires. This one going to be placed down the right field line and will drop foul. Over there giving that chase was number 25, Eli Rogers for the Rebels. So Ezra Mason in runner at first. No one out. Bottom of the third, 11-0 lead for BWP. A big first inning, as we talked about at South Fulton, getting the bases loaded in the top of the first, not able to put them run across. BWP comes back with 11 in the bottom of the inning.
They've had 4 runners in scoring position. Oh,
curveball! What a curveball by Jet Woods.
That was nice.
That thing started out
nice.
Over the head of Dalton Strode.
That was like a 12-6 curve right there. Whew. Man.
And a fastball low and in the dirt. Nice stop by Boggs behind the plate.
That's about the best change of pace we've seen from any pitcher today. That nice, little 12-6 curve and then a.
Yeah, that ball started well over Strode's head and dropped right in the strike zone. Swing and a miss, and that'll be a strikeout by Woods. 1 out here in the bottom of the third.
Feel sorry for Strode, man. That curveball was a good one.
That was nasty.
Looks like it's coming right at your head, and then all of a sudden it just drops in. Whew. Clayton Kershaw would be proud.
Dalton Horwittle, the batter now, third place hitter, plays first for BWP. Where's number 23? And he'll swing and ground one to second. Is that double play ball? Out to second and
got it.
Out at first, double play. So quick bottom of the third sends us to the top of the fourth. 11-0 lead for the Sparklones.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room. Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
Back here at BPC High School, 11-0 lead as we head to the top of the fourth.
I don't know if Kenny can hear us upstairs or not, but if you turn the camera down to the left a little bit, Kenny, to get the umpire down there. I don't know if you can do that from where your camera's sitting or not, but down farther right at the front of the fence. The umpire talking to Horny Hornbaker down there. I don't know, you can't quite get Horny in the chair sitting there, but Horny's been an umpire and an official and a chain gang guy and
for many
years. So the umpire, Blue, coming back and
ask him if he wanted to do a couple innings.
And Horny said they won't let me take the chair, and the umpire said, I got no problems with that. Bring the chair on out here. Bring the chair on out here, he says.
So we're headed to the top of the fourth, 11-0 lead. Dwight not inside of that bottom of the first inning, top of the whole first inning. The last couple of innings have been very quickly played.
Yeah, even though they had 2 runners in scoring position in the last inning, the inning did not take very long. So we're at the top of the fourth now. I don't know if they're playing 2 7-inning games. I would imagine that's what they're doing.
First pitch swung on and missed by the center fielder, number 12, Gavin Height, sixth-place hitter.
Should have asked Coach Arnold that today.
No balls, 1 strike the count. This one's going to be low and in the dirt outside, 1-1 by the sophomore, Carter Allman, number 6 for the Sparklones.
We'll get the iPad or the tablet working.
Off-speed pitch, a little inside.
For the
2
next
balls
game.
And 1 strike count.
I may have left Chris hanging on that deal a little bit.
2-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carter Allman out of the stretch, winds and fires, and this one going to be tapped in front of the pitcher. A quick throw down to first, and they got him. Nice play by Carter Allman for BWP. One out here in the top of the fourth.
You can see why Height is a good running back. He's got some speed
He got down the
line.
line really quick. And that ball, maybe 15, 20 feet in front of the plate. Going to get a pitching change.
And this is a pitching numbers, pitching change right here is what that is. You've pitched a certain number of pitches, and we're taking you out. Carter Alleman.
And we'll have to see who's coming in to pitch. I believe it's going to be our center fielder, Ezra Mason.
Number 7, yes. So pitching change here. We'll take a break as well on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Be back in just a couple minutes.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the best place that delivers on top brands like Ego, Toro, and Steel. No warehouse store can match the convenience of your locally owned neighborhood Ace. So stop on by. You can also order online for curbside pickup or get what you need delivered today. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their lawn.
And back here at BPC High School, the pitching change. Ezra Mason, first pitch after he threw 5 straight in warm-up for strikes, is low and inside. We'll reset the BWP defense as Ben Powell's going to move from third to center, and Allman will take over at third. And a pitch pretty far outside, swung on and missed by the 7th place hitter, Drake Hettler, first baseman for the Rebels.
Yeah, he's the one that threw the bat at the BWP crowd down there, so not on purpose, of course.
Mason, the left-hander, that 1-1 pitch, low and in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That's 3-0.
3-0, I should say.
No, it is 2-1.
Yeah, it was 2-1. He swung at that outside, previous
right,
outside pitch. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Mason winds and fires a swing and a miss by Heller. Squares our count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the first. Good start by Carter Allman, 3 1/3 innings of shutout baseball for BWP. Mason, this pitch a little inside. Runs the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and a miss. Strike 3. 1 out here in the top of the 4th for the Rebels. That's going to bring up the 8th place hitter, second baseman number 5, Easton Sullivan. Ezra Mason wears number 7 for BWP. His first pitch is
that's trouble.
Tapped to second.
He actually got a little farther than I thought it was going to.
Good play by Elliott Mason, and that'll be 3 outs here as we'll head to the bottom of the 4th with BWP on top, 11-0. We're brought to you by Beck Pest Control. Don't let the varmints and creepy crawlies get the best of you. Contact Beck Pest Control in Colchester. Beck Pest Control can let you sleep easy when the lights are out, knowing you have no uninvited guests running around. Contact them at 309-313-5521. That's Beck Pest Control. Get the bugs out. Also brought to you by United Community Bank. United Community Bank services are designed to keep you in the game when you are on the go. With online and mobile banking that's nothing but net. To friendly services you can count on from the leader at community banking, choosing UCB is always a slam dunk. Visit a location near you with branches in Bushnell, Colchester, and 2 in Macomb. UCB is a member FDIC. Head to the bottom of the 4th here. BWP on top, 11-0. Looks like Jet Woods back to the mound for the South Fulton Rebels. We're also brought to you by here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, by Rosie's Pizza. They offer something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and, of course, pizza. dine in or carry out at 458 West or East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. Chris Frankhauser and Dwayne Hillett here at BPC High School. Kenny Suter on camera for us up top.
It's 11-11. Is that good luck or something?
And it's 11-0. I'd say so. Maybe we should play 11-11 and pick 4 today or something like that.
It's the bottom of the 4th inning. First of 2 here today between South Fulton and BWP.
4, 5, and 6 hitters up for BWP. That'll be Carter Allman, Dalton Huffman, and Jake Brown. 11-0 lead for the Sparklones. Jet Woods on the mound again, starting his 3rd inning of work. He'll wind and fire. The first pitch of the bottom of the 4th is low and in the dirt. Ball 1.
That looked like it was going to be a good pitch from where I'm standing, but then the bottom fell out of it and came across low.
1-0 pitch by Woods is about the same spot, 2-0. Pitch is high, 3-0. Again, a good job his opening start of the season by Carter Allman. Had a little bit of a big jam in that top of the first, got out of it in 3 1/3 strong innings for the sophomore. Allman's going to swing and ground this one to short. Brooks' long throw across in time. Nice play by Brooks.
Nice stretch by Heller over at first base, too.
Good play on both sides of that play. 6-3 on the putout. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
We had a 4-6-3 double play in the last inning for South Fulton.
Dalton Huffman, number 20, left fielder for BWP. And Woods' first pitch to him is going to be fouled off.
Probably going to get my car. I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything either. You know what? That's the first one that's gone back. Everything foul ball today has been off to the right side.
Yeah, well, they can keep going to the right side.
11-0 lead for BWP.
Priorities. We don't have any concession stands. We're just doing the live broadcast, but you can get on the live broadcast if you want to.
And another 6-3 put out as Brooks to Heller on the ground out by Huffman. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. And that'll bring up number 27, shortstop, Jake Brown.
I think we should get some candy bars and soda next time.
Well, maybe.
We can talk about baseball and sell some soda too.
Or we put a sign out where it say, no, we're not concessions. One of the two. First pitch to Brown on the outside corner, strike 1.
Tell Arnie we'll split it with him.
There we go.
Do our own sponsorship.
Woods' 0-1 pitch is fouled off right side. That'll make it a no ball, 2-strike count.
I just heard an Old Spice commercial ringtone. Did you hear that?
I did.
It's pretty bad when that thing is, everybody knows that is the Old Spice commercial. Means they did something right.
Woods' 0-2 pitch is lined to first off the first baseman. And that's going to be a 3-4-3 put out to end the bottom of the 4th. We'll head to the top of the 5th. 11-0 BWP on top.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room. Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. We're sitting in the concession stand. If you wonder why we're telling people we aren't selling any concessions, we're in the concession, what normally is a concession stand. Kenny is upstairs in the announcers / press box area. We're downstairs trying to keep my large self from having to climb the very rackety ladder to get upstairs.
Decent days with no threat of rain. We probably won't be in this vantage point.
We'll be out by the fence with the camera as well probably, but it was raining when we were setting everything up. It's starting to clear up a little bit. It's still overcast, but it's a lot brighter than it was.
As we'll have number 25, Eli Rogers, 9th place hitter, right fielder for the Rebels. Will start at the top of the 5th. Ezra Mason on the mound for BWP. His first pitch is outside, ball 1. 11-0 lead for the Sparklones. Mason set the left-hander with the 1-0 pitch. That one's a little outside and high, 2-0. Two-0 pitch by Mason, right down central, 2-1.
That looked like he was taking that pitch the whole way. That was a perfect pitch to hit.
2-1 strike on Rogers, 9th place hitter, and this one, nice pitch by Ezra Mason, 2-2. Top of the 5th, no outs, just underway here in the top of the inning. 11-0 lead for BWP. That one swung on and missed in the dirt. And a tag applied by Strode. One out here as we get back to the top of the order for South Fulton. Number 8, McCade Brooks. One out, top of the 5th. Mason set, winds, and the first pitch swung on a miss by Brooks.
He threw a couple balls, about 3 balls when the first, one of them was a strike because they swung at it, but when the batter first got in the batter's box, and he is settled down now on the mound.
A 1 pitch by Mason. That one's fly ball into left. And caught out there by the left fielder, number 28, Dalton Hupman, for the second out.
A little communication there would be nice, but take the out.
As Allman and Hupman kind of merged out there in short left field, and left fielder makes the catch. You always want to have the guy coming in on the ball instead of the guy going back to make those type of catches.
Yeah, the guy coming in needs to talk loud, call Allman off on that. And it didn't look like we never heard it, and it didn't look like he ever called him off, but ended up okay.
This one,
that's going to be a hit.
First pitch lined to the left center field, a base hit by Lance Boggs, the catcher. Powell will get the ball back into the infield for BWP, so a runner at first for South Fulton with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. That'll bring up the 3rd place hitter, number 32, Creedon Abernathy. $11-0 lead for BWP, top of the 5th. 1 on, 2 outs. Runner at first is Boggs. Pitch called strike 1. First pitch to Abernathy, 0-1, the count. Mason sets. Pitch on the way. Catches the outside corner, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Again, top of the 5th inning here in the first of 2 at BPC High School today. Mason's pitch fouled off, back to the screen.
The trainer who's sitting over there, that ball went right at her. She did not even move until after the ball hit the ground, after it hit the fence. She didn't even flinch. Nerves of steel for the MDH
That's
athletic
impressive.
trainer over there.
The 0-2 pitch. That's going to be grounded to third. This is going to eat up Allman with a weird hop and then just hold it. That took a weird bounce right as it was getting towards Allman at third base. So 2 on now for the Rebels and 2 out.
First error of the game for BWP.
Brings up your cleanup hitter, number 44, Easton Mercer, third baseman, left-hand hitter.
Worst part about these, when you get these 2 outs and you're just wasting pitches without a whole lot of players to put on the mound.
First pitch to Mercer is low. Ball 1.
Errors become even more of a problem in situations like this because of the fact that you have to deal with the lack of pitching right now.
Second pitch is high, and Strode's going to fire down to Allman. They got him as Boggs tried to go to third on the pass ball, and Strode to Allman for the third out. Sends us to the bottom of the fifth, 11-0 lead for BWP. We're brought to you here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH by Tom Conklin State Farm. Talk to Daphne or Evan today at Tom Conklin State Farm in Macomb. For surprisingly great rates, call them at 309-837-1200 or stop and see them at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. Also brought to you by the Princess Shop. They are your local one-stop home for women's apparel, accessories, and shoes. Stop in Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. or Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 1520 East Jackson Street in Macomb. And also brought to you by Good Hope Gardens. Good Hope Gardens located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School. Open April through October, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for all your fresh produce needs. Be sure to follow them on their Facebook page for daily updates. They are currently taking orders for whole and half lamb freezer meat. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. And that's going to be the ball game.
5-inning games. I wondered if they wouldn't do that. So that's the end of game number 1, 11-0. BWP gets the win over South Fulton. We'll take a break and be back in just a little bit with the start of game number 2 in a different stream. Thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.